Welcome home, the DVC show with me and you this week, and for as long as he's not sick of me. Kadani Sean in the house, co-hosting. Welcome home. I'm gonna have to change.
Hello.
How are you, buddy?
I am doing better.
Nice.
Slowly. But
do you want to talk about what happened when you tried to hit me with your right hand?
No. No.
So I do think this is a good time. Right before the show started, we were just yakking back and forth like people do. You're going to be doing a Vlogmas starting, what'd you say, tomorrow, I think you said?
I will, unless something changes, the first one will.
You don't want to put it out there?
The first one will post tomorrow night. I'm hoping to have it up by 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
Well, that's okay. And so you're one of my 25 days of Disney creators. Did you send me stuff? You sent me stuff, right?
Yes.
Better go look. Well, I didn't have, you're not my tomorrow, but maybe I'll do you tomorrow for the next day. But anyway.
Actually, I sent you a video and told you to take a look at it to make sure it wasn't crazy.
But it was a while ago, right? Like
that was a long while. It was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'll just have to go back in the Wayback Machine, also known as the black hole of my email. Sandy Norris in the house. Thanks for being here. Bloomin' Cheese and good evening, all. Wondering why YouTube not giving live in 30 minutes only for Dole Whip Dad? Well, if it's only for me, I think it's perfect. Jan S. Disney 1974 in the house. What's going on? Bloomin' Cheese and hello, Jans. Rob. Look, when I see Rob Fuzz in the house, I got to talk deeper. Rob Fuzz in the house. Rally Creative Travel in the house, Destination Timeshare in the house. What's going on, my friends? I hope everybody's having a good night. Tuesday night, 10 p.m. my time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, other times, other places, depending on where you live. Kadani Sean, what's new in Kadani land?
Not a whole lot. Just trying to recover from the surgery and on my hand, and I went back to work for the first time yesterday in a week. So I'm buried there, but
Yeah, I bet, right. It's the worst, right? You leave and it's not even for vacation and they still pile up on you, right?
Right, absolutely. But been watching a lot of videos and vlogs and just trying to relax as much as I can.
One of my coworkers who really is a workaholic, like she works for me at our store, and she does not like sitting around and she doesn't like taking time off. She hasn't taken a vacation like where she goes anywhere in years. She just doesn't. She just wants to work. Mm-hmm. And she tested. Well, no, her family, a couple of family members tested positive for the big bad disease that's going around, and she's fine. But so the doctor said, "Hey, you should probably stay home for a while." And we're paying her to stay home. And she's like, "What am I going to do for 2 weeks?" And I said, "You're going to do what everybody else has been doing for 6 months. You're going to watch Netflix. You're going to watch Disney Plus." And so I called her yesterday just to see how you're feeling. Oh yeah, I'm not sick. This is so dumb. Blah blah blah. And by the way, I got to go. I'm binge watching. I don't know what she said she was watching. So it just takes a couple of days to get in the groove. And now you're ready to go back to work. So what the heck?
Right. No, it's a lot of piled up emails and voicemails, but I'll get through them.
Work does that. Tommy Corner Sports in the house. BDF, that's Keith in the house. You are not late. You are here, and I appreciate it. Disney Connections in the house. Thanks for being here. A bunch of members in the house. If you see people in green, that means they're a member. They get access to some emoji, some fun member-only emojis. They get access to generally a weekly Zoom call. We didn't do it this week because tis the season to be on tryptophan, taking a nap. But other than that, we go pretty much every week. We'll be back this Friday, probably. I'll probably be a weird schedule through the holidays here for December, but regardless, we're going to talk DVC tonight. DVC, welcome on the DVC show is what we talk about tonight. And I found an article, I don't know. Lisa T, welcome in. Thanks for being here. If it's your first time, by the way, being here, you don't get to have my button, but you can look at my button. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Please subscribe unless I really annoy you. And then if I really annoy you, go subscribe to Kadani Sean, who's in the chat right there. And he's also that guy sitting next to me. Good guy, brand new YouTube channel. He's going to be doing Vlogmas, but he doesn't want me to tell you when he starts because he might not. All right, anyway. So here's the article. And why don't we start off with you? So you were on the show a couple weeks ago. You're going to be co-hosting now. Most of the people are probably going to know you, but not all the people. And anybody new won't know. You've been part of the Disney community here on YouTube for quite some time. You've been a DVC member for how long?
Since 2010, so 10 years.
10 years. You get like a 10-year extra. I want a 10-year DVC button.
That would be nice.
Not really.
Anything free they want to send me, I'll take.
DVC stuff. Actually, it's funny. Not that I needed a reason to buy more Disney stuff. I almost said crap, but stuff. But when it's got a DVC label on there, I'm in, man. I want it more. Is that stupid? It's so dumb, but it's
no. I actually, in our days of not being able to go anywhere because we canceled all 3 of our trips this year, and I banked my points. I ordered some stuff off of Shop Disney, and my wife, again, you ordering more stuff. I'm the one that buys everything. And I actually ordered the DVC umbrella. It's like a small umbrella. It's really cool, a DVC member umbrella. And then I
Because
ordered.
it only rains every day in Orlando, so you need one.
Right. Well, I mean, I figured, I'm not going to use it here. It's going to
I'm
be
pretty
in my
sure
park
Walt
bag.
Disney made that part of the deal.
Right.
To buy an umbrella.
And then I got the DVC member Magic Band. So
nice. Yeah, Wifey got me one of those, I think, last year. I kind of collect Magic Bands, and I don't really know why. I just like them. I will wear my Magic Band if I go to like Six Flags. We got Six Flags down the road, and I'll wear my Magic Band. It doesn't work on anything, and people look at me funny, but it makes me happy. So anyway, welcome in, everybody. I'm really glad you're here. If this is your first time here for this show, it's almost every Tuesday. We take Tuesdays off now and then, but Tuesdays are usually open 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, other times, other places, depending on where you live. We also go live on Friday nights with Disney Pins Live, and Monday through Saturday, Good Morning Disney. Saturday during Mandalorian season being the special review of the Mandalorian. All the other days are just Disney news and stuff, and I commentate on it. Recently, I've been yelling about governors and stupidity, but I'll get off to that at some point. Rallies in the house, Magic the Mouse TV in the house, the radio man, John Morgan. What's going on, John? John, actually, we need to reach out to you. I've got some dates in December. Hopefully, I can meet up with a couple people in town. But I love to bounce into you and anybody else down there who's an Orlandoian, Orlandoite. What do we call Orlando people?
I don't know. Orlandonians. I mean, lucky,
right? Or sweaty. Although they put out a special weather statement for Orlando. It was down in the 50s. What the heck, right? Anyway,
I was watching One Stop Mouse. I was watching Bob, and he was at Epcot, and Kelly was there, and VP and all them, and they were all bundled up in clothes, and it looked like it was 10 degrees, which it's only like 25 degrees here. But
they put on their wimp shirts, right? The ones that are fluffy. Yeah, I'm calling all you Orlando people wimps with the cold.
They were bundled, that's for sure.
Oh no, it's not 74. From newswire.net. It's about a week old now, but I thought it was fitting for our show here today. Calling all Disney lovers 10 benefits of DVC membership. I call them lucky too, Lisa. Totally. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. If my wife would let me to move to Orlando, I would be gone. Like, she doesn't really make a lot of the rules, but where I get to live is apparently one of them.
Yeah, that's same here.
Anyway, actually, who am I kidding? She makes all the rules. So I thought this would be a good article. Again, it's about a week old now, November 24th, but I just thought it was pertinent to us. I'm not going to read the whole article, but we'll go through the 10 things. Discount on annual passes. So I'm going to read them. Let me know in chat. Are you DVC? And yes, I use that one. Hey, I didn't know I could get that if I was DVC. Yeah, I'm DVC. I use it, whatever the truth may be. And Sean, obviously, I want to hear from you. 10-year veteran of DVC. Together, we've got about 14 years, meaning you've got way more than me. Or 13 even. I don't even know. Discount on annual passes. Have you used your DVC annual pass discount? I'm looking forward to doing it. I was hoping to do it on my October trip. I thought I would buy, but didn't go to. The world's changed.
So we had annual passes. We bought the Gold Pass because that's the DVC pass that you get.
Okay.
It's the Florida Gold Pass. So we bought that, and we actually let it expire because of everything that happened, and we knew we weren't going to be able to come, and I didn't want to renew it based on when we were going to go for this year, which we ended up canceling. So last December, a year ago, we bought the Gold Pass again. And so my wife and I have a Gold Pass sitting there that we haven't activated yet. Yeah. Which we'll activate.
They're not even selling them right now, are they?
Yeah, they're not selling them right now, but technically we're not AP holders because we haven't activated them, but yet we do have AP passes because we bought them.
Huh. Well, for me, this is definitely one that I hope to take advantage of, but it's a little different. I live in, it's not any different for you though. I live in Texas. I mean, we're not locals. Back when I lived in Southern California, we were we were annual pass holders because we'd go so often. It's not made sense yet, but I'm hoping if this YouTube thing keeps working, if we keep growing the channel, then I can get a pass and I'll go more, and then we'll grow the channel. It all works for good, right? But then somebody drank some bat soup and everything went to heck. I don't know what that really happened, but anyway. Remember that was I don't even want to go there. All right. So anyway, discount on annual pass. I think that's a great benefit. I think that's a very valuable benefit. Actually, I think it's
I was just saying when we first bought in, and this will freak you out. And I may have said this before. The first year or two we were DVC members, they came out with a $399 annual pass for DVC members.
Say that again.
$399. The annual pass cost me $399.
That's like half, right? There's like
correct.
Six.
This was probably a good 6 to 8 years ago.
Okay. Gotcha.
I've never seen it that price again. Which we bought them at that time because we were doing 2 trips in one year.
Yeah,
and in one calendar year, or rotating 360.
If I remember correctly, last I looked at annual passes, and it was before Corona, so it's been almost a year, if not a year. It really meant 3 trips to break even. Does that feel right to you? I feel like
I think it's 10 days. I think they said it's 10 days. It's way roughly 10 days, 8 or 10 days to break even. Something like
really?
that.
Isn't that much?
I think I could be wrong.
Disney Connections. I think we're neighbors. I'm in Fort Worth, and if you work for me, if you're an employee of mine, don't listen.
Hi, 3, Tina.
2, go away. You're going to lose. Go away if you work for me. I just bought annual passes for my employees. They wanted to go to Six Flags here in Arlington for our annual Christmas party, but you're not really supposed to meet up and do anything. And I didn't really want to have my staff taking pictures of an annual party. So I wasn't sure what to do. And when they said, hey, let's go there, I thought, and buying an annual pass was like barely more than 1 day. Matter of fact, if I don't buy them dinner, because we did, like if we went somewhere and we bought them dinner somewhere, it was actually cheaper per person. So I think that I'm going to look like a big, nice guy. And anyway,
nice.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I don't think any employers are listening, but if you are and you just didn't, and you listened the whole time and you just ruined your surprise, but whatever. Anyway, so kind of fun. So anyway, Disney Connections.
Act surprised.
I don't really care. You're surprised now or surprised later, doesn't matter. But anyway, it's a nice thing, but it's a deal right now is my point. Yes, I got one each of my husband, our first year. Oh, okay. And APs. I've taken advantage of them in the past, says Jan S. Disney 1974. I keep hoping they'll start selling them again as I have a trip plan. Oh, gotcha. I've been DVC since 97. Nice time. Wow. Destination timeshare. We had annual passes years back. I remember you told me that before. 8 days if you include AP discounts. Okay, there you go. Are you hiring? I mean, yeah, actually, I mean, I'm always hiring. Why am I always hiring? Because we're always hiring. No, not true. No, we got a really good crew, actually. We're right in the middle between, Disneyland and Walt Disney World, San Antonio here. Yeah, we're Fort Worth. So, very cool. Texan, fellow Texan. Okay, so number 1, I think that's a great value. I think the first one right on the list is
it's a good value. It is.
Yeah. Number 2, staying at Disney properties for free. Disney offers some of the most magical hotel and resort experiences in the country. And with your DVC membership, you can be lucky enough to stay there for free. Yes, you have to pay your membership fees, but ultimately this could save you and your family money over time. Typically, hotel rooms at Disney cost hundreds of dollars, but for you, it's all included in your membership. Now, I like writers. I've always liked writers. I like good writers. I sometimes like bad writers. Sometimes bloggers say stuff that ain't real. This is a play on words at the best. It ain't free if you're paying for a membership to go somewhere. That's like saying I bought a hamburger for free. I gave them $4 and then they gave me a free hamburger. That's not how it works. It's,
right.
I mean, when I'm paying for my DVC points, I know it is vacations for me in the future. And that includes somewhere to put my head at the end of the night. So I don't know if that one's one I'm going to even.
Yeah, I don't. You're paying for it. I mean, obviously you paid for the points and then you're paying maintenance fees or annual dues, whatever you want to call it.
It's just 5%.
Mine was, I think 7.
Yeah.
5%? I don't remember. But anyways, you're still paying for it. What I would say is over the long period of time,
well, that's true.
Over that, if you keep it, you keep it for the life of the contract or for, the life. I mean, over time, your number of stays, that value or the amount coming out of your pocket ends up decreasing where it becomes a value.
I'm not going to call that free. I'm going to call that.
I don't call it free. Yeah. I don't call it free. I call it I call it you've paid for your vacations up front.
Buy 60, get 10 free is not free. It's buying 60, right? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Glad you're here. T. McNeil says we also get I forget the name of it. Only AP and DVC holders can get it, and most restaurants have 20% off. Generally, my analysis is determined with DVC. You can get deluxe accommodation at value resort prices. Yeah, that destination timeshare, that's exactly what we did. So I don't want to tell my DVC origin story every month or every week or whatever, but the truth is the truth. The first year we went, we did the sales thing just because we had the afternoon off anyway. And why not? Let's do this anyway. It'll be fun. We'll go see Kadani. We'll go see. Maybe Kadani Sean be hanging out over there. And anyway, so we went and we did the thing, and they were really, he sold us with extra fast passes, and I think he gave us $100 or something. I don't even remember the details. Who cares? So we went there, and when they gave us the prices, we're very Dave Ramsey, means we're the cult people that put their money in the envelope, and we don't spend any money unless we have the cash that's already in the envelope. That's how we live our life. Mm-hmm. And I highly suggest Dave Ramsey. You should check it out. If you're in debt, get out of debt and go do Dave Ramsey. Anyway, they gave us a price on the amount, and then we're looking out the window at zebras. I've told the story a million times, and they're selling us on this, and I'm not even listening. There's 0%. I'm getting some fast passes. She's getting $100. I'm in this air conditioning. They gave me a soda. Life is good, right? And then they give us a price. I'm not listening to it. He leaves because the husband tries to talk life into buy it. I wasn't. It turned around, and she says, "That's the same price we paid for this." And we were staying in an all-star movie resort, and it was one of those. Oh my gosh! The entire population of Whoville was there. Everybody under 6 feet or under 5 feet were there running around, kicking soccer balls, and we love kids, but Paul was like, "Yeah, let's do that." So all that to say. What you just said, destination timeshare. I think for me, we came up with DVC. I could stay at fill in the blank, Polynesian, for the same amount I was paying at All Star. See All Star.
That's a very good analogy. I like what destination timeshare said. That's. I would say that before I would say you're staying somewhere for free.
Yeah. Riley says, I need to sell my current timeshare, invest that money, getting DVC for sure. Absolutely. I agree. Can't stay. Just want to say hello. Alex, I appreciate you popping in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being
Alex.
Thanks for being a member of the channel. I don't know why my mouth just stopped in the middle of that sentence. I call it paying Valley Resort cost to Lexi. Yeah, that's good. Dave's Ramsey Rock Snowball. Exactly. We used to we put it on the wall, and it works. I'll tell you, I could do a whole channel on that, but who would watch that? All right. Number 3, pick any Disney property. There are currently more than 20 Disney properties that members can book. You can make, not probably right now, but I don't know, maybe you can make plans up to 11 months before your visit, and you can reserve up to 7 nights for you and your family. When you book a Disney property, you'll get reliable and friendly service, blah, 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 blah. For us, it was the guarantee that we were going to put the money in an envelope and it's going to go to Disney. We like that. It also was about where we can stay. Are you kidding me? I got to afford the Poly. There was times in my life that I thought, will I ever be able to afford that for my kids, for my wife, for my grandkids, my future grandkids? And now we can because of DVC. I see it being great value. The pick any property thing is pretty neat. I have lots of friends, and I'll ask you, your name is Kadani Sean, but I know the answer, but I'll pretend like I don't. But lots of people that I know who are DVC just go to the same place every time. And they buy a contract and they get it right there because they're going to put it in 11 days or 11 months in advance, and they want what they want. But then there's other people, and this is how we are, where we like to bounce around and do a bunch. We're going to do the Poly again because we love it so much. But we did Saratoga. We loved it. I want to bounce around and I want to see them all. What say you on that? Do you like the ability to
I like the ability of being able to jump around and go to the different resorts, because one of the things that people used to say, why do you go to Disney all the time? I used to answer with, why do you go to the beach all the time? But then I changed it and I said, well, I stay at a different resort almost every time I go. So it really feels like a different vacation. Yeah, I go to the theme parks or whatever, but it feels like a different vacation. Really
right on
because you're immersing yourself. I hate to say culture, but it's like a different culture. When I'm at the Kadani Village, when I'm at Animal Kingdom Lodge, it doesn't feel like I'm at the Beach Club or I'm at Bay Lake Tower. Those feel completely different.
Totally agree. I think that like our upcoming trip, we're still back and forth on if we're even going to go in the parks, and it's about what my daughter wants, but it's because we're babysitting and all that. But it's also what the world will I have in my vaccine already? How's the world going to be? How are the crowds? I mean, the world's a little different, but for a few months I was thinking, and I still am very okay with this. If I just go to whatever resorts we stay at, and we do a checkout. If I never went in the park once on this trip, I would still have as much fun. That's not to say I don't want to go in the parks. It's to say there's so much to do that's not in the parks. And I think that's cool. I mean, I could spend a whole week at fill in the blank resort and be a happy camper. I don't know. I don't know if everybody's like that or what, but I like it.
Well, that's how we've gotten. I think, and I don't know if it was you I talked with about split stays. Some people say, some people are like, well, I don't like split stays because I don't want to pack up and move, but
I like them. My wife hates them.
See, I don't mind it. My wife absolutely loves it. She loves, 3 days somewhere, pack it all up and go stay in another resort for 3 days. It's really cool because again, it feels different. Yeah, you got to pack stuff up and unpack, but again, it's fun to.
I mean, how much stuff are you bringing? That how long does that take? I mean, it's
we utilize the free laundry, so we don't take a lot because we'll go do some laundry, and so we try to travel as light as we can.
Yeah.
So that it's not that big of a deal. So, but it's and I think Tina said in there, the saying is buy where you want to stay. You know, they tell people buy your points where you want to stay, but at the 7-month window, I've never had a problem staying somewhere, with the exception if you want to stay like at Beach Club or Boardwalk during Food and Wine. It's really hard to get in there because everybody wants to stay there.
That makes sense.
That owns it. So
when we bought our contract, we bought it, and then the gentleman came out and said, "Where would you like your home to be?" And I'm like, "I don't know what that means." And then he said, "Do you want your home to be the Poly?" I said, "Yes." Tell me what that means. I didn't even care. To me, it was about just going to Disney. But you know, the next contract we'll buy will be a little different. Tina says, yeah, we were already paying for deluxe and used to deluxe. And when they said what DVC cost, DVC was a lot cheaper. Amen. Saying is buy where you want to stay. Yeah. Yep. Destination Timeshare says, Alex says, I agree with Ramsey, but I'm having trouble converting the envelopes. See, my wife does it also. I'm not going to pretend like I'm doing the work, but it's easy. Dave Ramsey doesn't like timeshares. He says DVC is better, but he still doesn't like. Yeah, I know. You know, I love Dave Ramsey, but you know, I also love my mom, and I haven't listened to her in years. But no, I, you know, I'm not following anyone 100%. But Dave Ramsey doesn't say don't go on vacation. And if I'm using the same amount of money on my vacation, I get to stay at a better place. That's the easiest argument ever. But Disney will move you. They will bring you. Yeah, that's what I always tell my wife. I'm like, put it in the box, put it in the bag, put it in your luggage, and let somebody else carry it over there. But whatever.
Absolutely.
Next. Number 4, other discounts. How are we doing on the clock? Oh, we're not doing too bad. DVC members also save on other purchases throughout the park. If you're looking to buy souvenirs, who's not? Like, how is this even if you are? You can get a 10% discount at many of the merchandise shops. You can also find restaurants that offer discounts to members. And the free DVC parking here. I should read that whole one. And you can even find find DVC parking for free or at a discounted rate. These small savings add up. It depends on who we're with. But if we're with if like I'm with my mom, or maybe it's the last day of our trip and we're tired, we're going to get the VIP parking because it's right the heck up front. And it's only another $10 when you're on DVC, and the rest of the parking is basically free. So we take advantage of that big time. We also, half the time we forget to even tell people we're DVC to get the discount, but it's always pretty dang large at the end of the trip how much we saved when we remember to tell them DVC. I'm sure the answer is yes. Do you take advantage of that?
Oh, absolutely. The only thing I've never done is paid for the VIP parking.
You know, it's not something I would do every time, but again, like if you're with somebody who's a little older, who's got an issue walking, or if you're at Animal Kingdom the last day of your trip and you've been walking around for 8 days and you're just tired, that's what we were last time.
Yeah,
like, let's just park right up. It was the best. When we walked out, it was the last day, a little sweaty, we're tired, and we thought, oh, the car's just right there. That was the best $10 we ever
Right. Absolutely. No, we've actually, we're almost like programmed to, when we go to pay for something, do you take DVC or AP discounts?
Yeah, I mean,
it's asking. I mean, we ask right up front to make sure that we're getting every little savings we can.
The truth is, I think my daughters and my wife do, and they're the ones up there usually. I'm usually the one in the back taking a video or finding some shade or whatever. So truth be known, I'm not the one usually exchanging it, so they remember it better than I do. Bloomin' Cheese says, same with Grand Californian and Food and Wine Festival at Cali. I can't wait till my home resort back open. You know, yeah, I wish I could tell you. I think it's going to be soon. Bloomin' Cheese is big time DVC, big time cruiser too. All right, number 5, access to Imagination Lounge. One of the newer perks of DVC membership is access to the Imagination Lounge at Epcot. At the lounge, you can grab a refreshment and a snack while you recharge your phone. It's a place that families can relax before heading back out. Blah 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 blah. I've never been in there. My wife and my daughters have been in there. Last time we were at Food and Wine, I was with my mom, who I just mentioned, and her husband, and we stayed at Food and Wine, and they went back. I don't know why they went back, and they loved it. They loved it. I haven't taken advantage of this. Have you?
Oh, I love that place. Every time we're in,
tell me why.
Every time in Epcot we go in there. Well, first of all, they've got those freestyle Coke machines, so you can get you whatever kind of soda you want.
Yeah.
I always stop at the popcorn cart right out in front that has the cheese popcorn.
Nice.
And I refill my cheese popcorn bucket. I go up there, I eat cheese popcorn and drink soda and sit in air conditioning.
Get out of the sun for a while. Yeah, my youngest is I mean, she's 16, but she's a popcorn nut, and she was a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I remember me and Mark, my mom's husband, ended up in Rosencrown and then came back, and they were all bragging about, all the stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I had more fun than you. But
but no, it's a cool place. I mean, I hope they never take it away. I wish they would put one in every park. I think it'd be cool if they had one in every park.
Do they have a DVC lounge or a DVC something in each park? I don't think they do, but
I don't know. The only one that I'm aware of is the one in Epcot above Figment.
We need a club, like Club 33 is a goal. Could we have a club? What it would be, 16 and a half for DVC people? Would that be okay?
I would settle for Club DVC.
Well, 16 and a half is,
I know.
Math humor's hard. Number 6, free laundry. You just mentioned this. It makes sense. It's also where Gavin Newsom went on. Never mind. This may not be as exciting as some of the other perks, but it's very convenient. DVC members can access the laundry facility and use washers and dryers for free. You've done it. I have not. Why don't you tell us why that is an awesome perk?
It's just a cool perk. I don't have to pack as many clothes, but you do have to take, we enjoy some downtime at the resort. So when we have the downtime, when everyone's at the parks, no one's doing laundry.
Yeah.
So you run and do your laundry. You can't do your laundry first thing in the morning or right after parks close, because that's when everyone shows up.
I'm sure.
So during the day, you go down, do the load or two.
So it's just like the old ones not the old ones, the ones where you could put your quarter in, but you don't put the quarter in.
You don't have to put a quarter in. What's really cool is they have an app. So it'll tell you on the app when your stuff's done, and you can go back to your room and then go back and get it.
So you don't have to sit there for an hour. That's really what I was thinking. Really?
You don't have to sit. It didn't for me. I mean, I've used it at Bay Lake Tower. I've used it at where was the other resort? I think it was Boardwalk. I've used it at the Boardwalk.
Now, that same daughter I talked about that loves popcorn also loves the pools. One of the reasons we like to stay at the resorts also is we can have an afternoon or full day with just being at the pool or whatever. I don't want to sit at the pool all dang day. That might be something that I just go do. Set that up, bing, bang, boom. Get out.
Well, my wife would send me to the pool with the kids, and she'd actually go do laundry. And
for me, it would be the other way around. But I mean,
so I didn't mind it.
6 of one, half dozen the other, right? Disney Timeshare says, do DVC resorts have in-room laundry? I don't think they do, but they have.
Well, the 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and the Grand Villas have a stackable washer and dryer in each room.
Oh, you're right. That's right.
So if you do a 1 bedroom, you get those in your room. We've had 1 bedrooms and we've done a 2 bedroom lock off
nice.
When we took some friends. So we've stayed in those bigger rooms, and it is cool having the washer and dryer there, because then you just throw a load in when you leave to go to the parks. When you get home, throw it in the dryer or back to the room. That's real convenient.
This is weird that we're having this conversation, because what's been going on at my house today is our dryer died the other day, and so we just got a new dryer, and it just was it's just right there, and it just got finished putting it. So laundry talk with Dole Whip. I mean, it is what it is. All right, number 7, DVC membership cruise. Looking at you, Bloomin' Cheesa. Disney is now offering cruises specifically for DVC members. This is a unique vacation for all the Disney fans in your family. There are usually at least 2 options for cruises each year. You can check online. Blah 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 blah. Bloomin' Cheesa, is that the one you did or did? I guess both would work. And I think have you gone on cruises?
No.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought you told me you did. Would that be something you would consider?
I would consider, but my wife has no desire ever to get on a boat.
I mean, I'm liking her more and more. I like boats.
She gets motion sickness.
Oh, you're not.
She'll take the motion sickness pills when we fly. So she's not getting on a boat. She's flat out said I'm not getting on a boat. Big
boats. I mean, I don't get motion sick, but for me, it's about I don't want to be stuck. I'll say it. I'll say it all the time. It looks to me like a mall that I can't leave. I don't want to go to the mall and not be able to leave until I get to some island.
Well, I'm like you. This is going to sound, again, people love cruising, and that's great. But I'm not a beach person. We've taken our kids once to the ocean.
You're not a beach person?
And we're just, again, I live in Indiana. Come on. But
have you heard about bikinis? What is wrong?
I have, but I don't like to swim in water that I can't see in.
Well, okay. All right. As a Southern Californian, I think we're going to have a fight, but that's okay. Former Southern California, right? The properties we own and stay at Marriott Sheraton have laundry in the one bedroom, 2 bedroom building. It's very cool. Jan S says yes, except studios. Good to know about the 1 bedroom. Just Sampson in the house. Hey, Just Sampson. How are you, buddy? Sarah J in the house. Welcome in, Sarah J. Hi there. It's Dole Whip Dad. Hey, I'm Dole Whip Dad too. What are the odds? As long as you have the MDE app.
My Disney Experience app.
Oh, duh. Have your map. The map. So I know that makes you happy. Oh, it wasn't. I look at. I was making a joke, and you were making the same joke. I didn't. We're on the same. Me and you, same brain. I feel bad for you, but it is what it is. I have been on 2 DVC cruises. I thought you said that, Boom and Cheesa. My ears perked up on cruises. Says Raleigh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm never gonna go on a cruise because I like to talk like I'm in charge of stuff, but wifey's totally in charge and she wants to. But the trip that. So we had an October trip, December/January trip, and a early spring trip planned originally. And the world has changed. At one time, we were going to make this trip, the one that we're hoping to go on in a couple of weeks, a cruise. I pointed out the prices, and wifey backed the heck down on that because I'm not there yet. I maybe in a couple of years, but even when finances are a little better,
Yeah, and I think Tina or someone said a little earlier in the comments about, don't use your points directly to our cruises. The point exchange between your DVC points and cruises, you're really wasting your points. If you're going to cruise, pay for it. Don't use your points. It's not an equal exchange.
And for me, if I went on a cruise, it would be taking away a trip to Disney or the Grand Canyon or Yosemite. I haven't even been to Yellowstone yet. So there's that. Thank you, Joe Sampson. I need somebody on my back, especially lately.
Hi, Elena.
What's going on? Elena in the house. Aloha to you. I've been on 4 members only cruises, says Jan S, but they're a lot more than regular Disney cruises. Been on 16. You've been on 16 Disney cruises, Jan? Wow, that's amazing. We need to have you guys on, you and Bloom and Cheese, to talk about cruises one night. That'd be fun. If you guys are up for it, let me know. All right, let's get back. Oh, there's another one. I loved our Alaskan cruise. My mom just went to Alaska. She went on a cruise. Mom, are you here? There's a great mom knows how to cruise well story, but she doesn't like me to tell it, so I won't tell it, but it's pretty funny. Access to every pool. I'm not going to lie. This is one for my Reagan. She loves this. And we've never, ever, ever in my whole life been at one place and gone to another pool, but we always talk about how excited they really want to do this.
Yeah. See, now I thought they changed it. I thought it accessed every pool but 2, Stormalong Bay and the Bay Cove pool at Bay Lake Tower. I thought those 2 you were not allowed to pull up no matter where you stay.
I think you're right, because I feel like I recently heard something about that, but I didn't care enough to pay attention. But here we go. As a DVC member, you can swim at any pool at the other Disney resorts nearby, spend the day lounging. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that, here we go. There are a few exceptions to this rule, so you should check with, blah, blah, blah. So, hey, if you really want to stay in that pool, ask really nicely, and they'll say yes or no. So when are you going, or did you go recently? Are you talking to me, Sarah? I'm going to be going the week after Christmas. I'm going to be there now. It's 90%, but it's not 100%. We've got the reservation, but the world is what the world is. I'm not so sure I want to tell everybody we're doing that and then not be there, but we'll probably be there. We think we'll be there. We're hoping to be there, but we canceled our October trip, so who knows? So you're not a pool hopping kind of guy?
Not really. I mean, I'm comfortable with going to the pool at the resort I'm staying at. So
you don't like the beach, you don't like the pool. What's the problem?
When we went last September, which was a year ago, which was our last trip, I don't even think we went to the pool. We went to 2.
My wife, I could see us not going to the pool very often, but with kids, and now as we get into the age of having grandkids, I'm suspecting it'll be more and more in our future.
Well, that trip lasted that September was just the first trip my wife and I had taken without kids.
Oh, okay.
So we went to 2 Halloween parties. We did all the stuff we wanted to do, and it was one of the best trips ever. But we never went to the pool. I mean, we took our suits and stuff, but I don't think in fact, I know we didn't use them. And we might on the trips this year coming up, but then again, who knows?
It wouldn't be something that this guy would pick, but it would be something that I would do if somebody in my group wanted to do, but whatever. And aloha to you, Elena. Really glad to see you here. All right, let's go down the list some more. We're doing okay on the clock. Good stuff. Number 9. Oh, we're doing really good. Tickets to special events. This is something that I am interested in. I haven't done any of them, but I will. Disney is known for throwing great parties, as you just mentioned. And as a member, you can get access to tickets before the general public. Events to Typhoon Lagoon Beach Bash, Safari Spectacular, Moonlight Magic are all open to members to enjoy. I got a Moonlight Magic hat because I just wanted to remind myself how bad I want to go. We were going to be there on our October trip on a Moonlight Magic day, and we were going to go. And then again, somebody had some bad soup or something.
I had 2 Moonlight Magics reserved, if I remember right.
That's
One was at Magic Kingdom, and the other one I believe was Hollywood Studios for our April May trip last year or earlier this year, and then for our September trip. And obviously, we didn't get to go, and I was really upset because all the trips we had taken up until that point, nothing had ever happened when we were there that we could take a part in. And now we had 2 that we were going to be able to. And I actually registered on the website when the days opened to register.
Yeah.
And
I think my wife did that too. I think the awesome Kelly helped her. I don't know, whatever. We figured out pretty quick that we got screwed out of that deal. But I look forward.
I hope they bring them back. I hope they bring them back.
Oh, they will. They will. Sarah J, we missed, I think like the 28th, 27th, 28th. I don't know what day I'll first be there. Then we're going to be there a few days into the new year, but stay a couple extra days. It'll be fun to meet up. Although, is meetups appropriate now? See, I don't even know. That's another thing. Can I tell people and we can meet up? Is that, will I go to jail? What? I don't even know. I don't know.
Just in Florida. Not in Florida.
That's right. They're actually not crazy. On the second leg of the Coachella cruise, I would have swam the last 5 miles to go. I love Samson. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy who wants to be told I can't. I'm stuck somewhere. I don't know. I like the water. I love the water. I would rather just and that's here's my problem. So I like going on road trips very much. I like to fly too, but I like to go on road trips because I like seeing the world, Route 66. I'm that kind of guy. I like to meet up with the guy in the town and have lunch at a little dive. I like that kind of stuff, right? But then on the boat, I think, well, it's just going to take so dang long to get there. Why don't I just fly? And then when I say that to my wife, she's like, well, you like to drive. Why can't we just fly? So I don't know. Maybe I'm a hypocrite, but a Coachella cruise sounds awesome.
It sounds fun.
Childish Gambino, Madonna, Depeche Mode, all in the same. That's all different years. But anyway, good night to you, BDF. I'm glad you're here. Sarah saying hi. Jan saying hi. Frozen 777 Rebecca in the house. What's going on? I think we're almost done. I think we got one more. We're doing really good on the clock, actually. Number 10, fun for the whole family. Whatever. I didn't write this. The Disney Vacation Club membership is for families that want to spend quality time together making memories. I made fun of the headline, but I actually agree with that. I'm a big family guy. Heck, I put dad in the name of my YouTube channel name because I wanted people to know that I'm not 12 and I'm a family-friendly channel and those kinds of things. And Dole Whip Dad just seemed to sound pretty cool. But at least I thought so back then. It is a very family-friendly thing. It is something that it means that I am guaranteed to go on a trip. The money's already being paid for. I'm paying once a month to go on a trip. And I actually think that's a very healthy thing to do. Now, I'm not talking about financial health necessarily here, but there was probably 6 or 7 straight years that we didn't go on vacation. We moved from California to Texas. We used some of our savings to come here. So we didn't have the money, but B, you're busy. You're restarting your career. You're doing this, you're doing that, and you just get in the grindstone. And all of a sudden it's been 6 years and you're not sure why you're so grumpy every afternoon. And it's, I haven't had any fun. So I think it's really, I'm a big believer in the psychology of making a plan. Like me and my daughter will do it on purpose together. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you excited about next weekend? What are you excited about next week? What are you excited about the next holiday you're excited about? We like talking about that because I think it puts you in a positive mindset. I teach that. I preach that, and I sure as heck do that. DVC is like, I don't like bills, but I have that one that pops up on my phone. A, because we ain't going to miss that payment. But B, it makes me happy to pay that bill. That's how freaking cult like this Disney DVC thing is with me. I drank this Kool-Aid. Questions, comments, concerns? What are your thoughts on that?
I've been in there 10 years, and we bought into it when in 2010, my son was probably 8. My daughter was probably, they were probably like 12 and 7, something like that, 12 and 8. So, we bought it when our kids were young, and
very few things I wish I would have done years ago. This is one, though, for sure. This is one.
I wish we'd have done it sooner, but I'm glad we did it. And even now with my son being 24, my daughter being 19, they're trying to weasel their way onto the trips that we said, no, these are mom and dad only trips. You're not going. The
oldest of the 2 that lives with us now, when she was planning college things, I guess it was a year ago now, we planned whatever trip we planned. And she's like, wait, I might be in finals that time. I'm like, well, no, excuse me. She would have been in school. And I said, well, you could take a week off. She said, no, well, then you can stay home. No, it was like all about you ain't going without me. I'm like, well, you can come or you can stay home.
Yeah.
We're going. Anyway, I don't know. I like that part. Just Sampson, you really need to hit. Oh, I do. So I'm a national park nut. I've said this before. I don't know if I said it to this group, but I love national parks as much as I love baseball and I love Disney. And those are the things that I love most that aren't my family. So I love our national parks. And I do feel like I'm like breaking some rule. I've been to Yellowstone. I've been to Yosemite many times. I've been to Yosemite with my mom many times. She knows how I feel about Yosemite. And she claims that Yellowstone is even prettier than Yosemite now. The last time I shared that with her, she told me I was crazy. So I don't know if I'm getting old or she's getting old, but point being, I need to go there. I'm excited about it. National Park Talk with Kadani, Sean, and Dole. Have you been to are you a national park fan? Do you go to national parks? Have you been to Yellowstone?
I have not been to Yellowstone, and I don't think I've been to any national parks. I've been to some state parks here.
So you haven't been to the beach, you haven't been to a national park. Do you do fun things?
Yeah, I go to Disney.
I knew that was good. I put that right on a T for you, didn't I?
And hold on, just so you know, the beach I went to was Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So I was at a Disney resort on the beach.
As long as you didn't say it was like, Chicago Beach or something.
No.
Elena says, wow, that's so cool. Yes, they are fun. I was lucky to go to Moonlight Magic. Yeah, Corner Sports was a couple Moonlight Magic parties. There you go. Babysitting artists on a boat is not as fun as you would think. I mean, can you vlog it? I bet it could be fun. Depends on who it is and what you're allowed to do. I would write that book. I probably wouldn't actually, but it would be fun. Actually, I totally wouldn't do that, but I would like for you to, so I can read it. I did Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Very cool. We just went without ours, 19 and 20. They weren't very happy. So how do you say that? Okay, you're 19 and 20. I'm going to Disney. You're not. Do they live in the home? I'm not looking forward to going Disney without them. And it's not because I wouldn't have a good time with just my wife. I would. But I love, first of all, I got 4 kids. Okay. 2 of them are already making kids. So now I've got 3 grandkids. Mm-hmm. I don't foresee a time that I'm on this planet and there's not little people in my life that I'm going to take. Mm-hmm. I would go. If I'm saying I would go, and if nobody wanted to come, I'd show them 2 fingers and I'd go anyway. But I can't imagine the time that that's
so here's our logic, my wife and my logic. We have never taken a vacation without our children. We have friends of ours that,
pre-kids. Did you guys make some kids really quick?
We got married and then had started a family right after we got married. We
do that, people.
We wanted to be young and the kids gone. Not
okay, planning ahead. Okay,
so right. we that was our goal. But no, we our friends, it's just interesting. It's where we want to go. It's what we want to do. And the kids, we've never taken a vacation without them. So we told them, for the next couple
about it. If I hadn't done that, me and Paula did plenty here. I don't know the first.
Yeah. So the kids have always been with us. If we've done, a weekend trip up to Chicago, or there's a theme park about 2 hours away over north of Cincinnati called Kings Island that we would go to for a couple of days.
That's cool.
So we would do stuff like that. Kids would always go with us. So when we did that first trip, and this was funny back last September when we were there, we're in line and people would go, "Where's your kids?" I was like, "They're at home," and they look at us like, "Really?" And this place is for adults too. You don't have to have kids to be.
So okay, all right.
I'm not kidding you. At least once a day, someone would ask where our kids were.
So some people would say I have a large self-esteem. Some people would say I'm arrogant. Some people would say I'm totally oblivious to other people's feelings and needs. I couldn't freaking care less what someone else thought. I was having the best day of my life. But I will say this: I've never once felt ready for some Disney truth that the Disney community will call me a liar on. I've never once felt, why are you going to Disney? Like, people talk about it, but for me, it's almost, I don't know. For me, I think they're asking me questions because they know I know a lot about it, or at least I like to talk about it. I've never, and I hear it every day I'm on this, if I'm on live, or I maybe not every day, that's not fair, but so often I hear people telling some form of the story that my friends don't understand why I go to Disney. My friends are jealous that I do fun things. I don't know. I think it's my attitude problem that I just don't care what other people think of me. But I don't know. Is it really that prevalent? Honestly, no. I mean, it's just me and you now. Just nobody else listening. Okay. Really? People say that to you, or where are you?
No, that I'm totally serious. I couldn't believe that someone in line for it was one of the rides, and again, I remember distinctly going, "Where's your kids? Oh, they're at home." And then they look at you like, I'm like, but we have adult
If you
children.
didn't have kids, like what? It's
but
that.
see, the funny thing is, and I don't mind sharing this. I look a lot younger than what I really am. So
I don't mind sharing this. I look a lot older than I am.
people think I'm at least 5 years younger than what I am, and it's hilarious. And so people they think my kids are probably younger than what they really are.
Yeah.
I've got a 24-year-old son who's graduated college, has got his own job, and my daughter's in nursing school. So I mean, they're doing great, but they can't take off now like I can take off work.
Yeah.
And so they just can't go.
We're put them in the cage. They're back home in the cage.
Yeah. So and plus with my daughter's schedule, I don't want to go during the times when school is out because it's more crowded.
Right.
We can go now when everyone's in school and it's less crowded. And we've been waiting for this because all of our trips have been in the summer.
Well, I mean, it comes down to, you said you wanted to have your kids quick so you could get them. You guys had a plan. It was a 20-year plan.
We had a plan. I mean, we've done everything for the most part per plan. I mean, there's things that have gone a little sideways, but we're on the course that we've always meant to be on. And that includes going to Disney.
My first time ever at Walt Disney World was for work, and I was with other people who do what I do, and it was awesome. But I swear you, the whole time I felt guilty. The whole time I felt guilty. And it was the reason why we booked the next trip. And I'm glad it worked out that way. Just Hampton says, Yellowstone and Grand Tetons below Yosemite Way. Do they really? Like, the Grand Tetons are gorgeous, obviously, in the photos. So I'm sure that's potentially true. Have you been to Yosemite too? I don't know. Blown away. I love Yosemite so much. Like, I've got to check them both out. I've never been to any of our northern.
I take it back. I have been to a national park. Which one? I was on Mount Rainier.
There you go.
A friend of mine that I went to school with, he lived and worked for Mount Rainier National Park. So I went to go. I had a job site that I had to walk, so I was out there, and I stayed at his house for a couple extra days and took a vacation day.
Nice.
And we went up to what's called Paradise, which is the furthest you can drive up, which was like 5,500 feet.
Nice.
And the snowbanks were like 20 feet in the air, so I'm driving between two giant snowbanks.
Yeah, I bet.
But it was cool. So I take it back. I have been to a state park.
There you go. I love our national parks. That's my favorite thing. And I highly recommend Ken Burns National Parks, whatever, because awesome. Tina's laughing at me. Hey, Jeff, I'm from Chicago. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Chicago. They got great pizza there. But if you go to the beach, not so much. Glacier National Park is pretty awesome as well. I've never been, but I believe you. Disney Connections, my Texas buddy, is yesing. Let's see what else. Sometimes you need an adult trip. Emma saying hi. Everybody say hi to Emma. She's my friend. What's going on? Emma. Sarah J. We spent a week at St. George Island every summer. That area in Appalachia, Florida is my other happy place. St. George Island, I don't know. St. George, Utah, I've been to. Very red. Kind of pretty. St. George Island, I've heard of, but I don't know where it is. Emma says, where'd it go? Uh-oh, where'd it go? Oh, man, chat's moving. I love it, but I can't find. I'm way behind here. There we go. My brother and I still go to Disney and Universal with our parents, and we're all adults. It's actually more fun since we can do 21 and over things. I don't know. I'm never going to stop going to Disney. And I can't imagine any of my 4 kids wanting to not go to Disney. And if my grandkids don't want to go to Disney, well, I blame their parents. I went on my first girls trip without Jake, and it was amazing. I never looked back. That's cool. I wouldn't. It's not like it would be against it. I don't know. It's our family thing. We've never had kids. It didn't happen. I'm 61 and beyond it. I like that. We bought DVC when we were in our 50s and 60s. Never been with kids. Walt Disney World is definitely for adults. Yes, Jeff, they ask. Do they really? Maybe it's just because I always got a bunch of kids pulling on my wallet. So maybe I just haven't. I don't know. I was lucky to go to some national parks, says Elena. Yellowstone. I need to go. Grand Canyon, I've been many times. Beautiful. Bryce Canyon, I've never been. Zion, gorgeous. I've only been once, and it was too short. We didn't have a lot of time, but we couldn't not go. So pretty. Blew me away. Grand Teton, I haven't been. Of course, also Hawaii volcanoes. I love Hawaii volcanoes. I saw lava for real there. Oh my gosh. Would like to go to Yosemite. Yeah, Hawaii, I only have done the Big Island, and I think they had 4 national parks. I wouldn't swear to that, but I think they did, and we hit them all because I love them. Emma saying hi to you. Coming over from Gonzo's live stream. Hey, Mar, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Mar.
Chat, obviously, as I've said many times, some people golf, ski, have a boat. We do Disney. That's addiction. I love golf, A lot of my friends are big into golf. It's not worth the time investment or the financial investment for me, but I do enjoy it. Skiing, I've never done. Never really wanted to ski, neither water nor snow. My problem with snow skiing is I don't mind elevation, but when it's like I don't like the I might fall down the hill idea. Like falling down the hill on purpose seems like a bad idea to me. And the water skiing, I don't know, I've never done it. Statue of Liberty, yes, I was there, but I didn't go to Statue of Liberty. I got to see it, but it was raining. It was a work thing. I didn't get to go. But I do love our national parks. We should do a national park talk one night. We are at the beach 2 to 3 times a week. May to September, love the beach. When I was younger, Tommy, I was at the beach that much. Again, San Diego boy here, but now that I live in Fort Worth, beaches are harder to find. Mar says there's a Civil War battlefield. I love Civil War battlefields. Oh, where'd it go? Called Stones River near Nashville, Tennessee. That's a national park. Nice. I've been to a bunch of national parks. No, I've been to a few national parks that are battlefields now that I don't live in California. Volcano National Park, says Emma, is amazing. It is. I loved it. Would love to go back to Hawaii and go to Aulani someday, right? We need to have a DVC Disney YouTube meetup in Aulani.
Count me in.
Skiing killed Sonny Bono. Don't try, Jeff. I mean, that's a stretch, but whatever. He also sang "I Got You, Babe" and survived it, so I think that was payback. It's fine. Let's see. I dove down, John. Hey, Arlene from BP.
Hi, Arlene.
What's going on? I think we're caught up in chat. So, of the 10 perks that we talked about, Mr. Kadani, Sean, which one would you say is the most valuable to you and your family, but not your dang kids?
That's not my. Well, not my kids.
I don't know, just being silly. Which perk?
I like the Gold Pass.
Yeah,
I do like the fact that because it's a being able to buy the Gold Pass, it's much cheaper.
I mean, if you're a DVD,
and if you're as long as you're gonna,
right?
You got to go enough to make sense. I mean, we planned on doing 3 trips last year and then 3 trips again this coming year. So everything got moved out. So we're doing 3 trips in 2021 and 3 trips in 2022. So it only makes sense.
Wow.
So it only makes sense to buy the Gold Pass because it's going to be cheaper than buying park tickets for each time you go.
Yeah, I think that for people who are doing DVC often, that's a great perk because you're going to want an annual pass anyway. So you're saving on something you'd probably buy anyway.
And there was another perk on there there's another perk that they didn't talk about on that list. And that's going to the Top of the World Lounge at Bay Lake.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's probably the perk that people talk about the most. I've not done that. So
that place is cool. My son and I actually did it when we did our father-son trip. And we went up there, watched, had a couple of drinks and watched Happily Ever After from up there. And it was really cool. And we were actually staying at Bay Lake Tower, but it was really cool. You just go down there, tell them, boom, they take you right up, and it's as fun as can be.
Elena says she's been to Mela Kalikimaka National Park in Maui. I know that's not what it really said, but 'tis the season to sing Mela Kalikim. Arlene is stalking me. I don't think so. I think she's stalking Disney stuff, and I'm glad she is. Yes, Jeff, talk about goals. I mean, yeah, right. My channel's not big enough yet, but when we're all rich millionaires because Jake Paul is not anymore, and we get to be because Disney is way better than stupidity. We're going there. I mean, I do have big goals, and there's some that might be pretty fun someday. But Aulani meetup, oh man, that would be the best. Gold Pass Burger is so great. We did that for our park tickets. Nice. Ooh, thanks for the comment, Arlene. Exactly. I loved the lounge in Bay Lake Tower. There you go. Emma and you are on the same wavelength, Mr.
Yeah, my wife and I were supposed to, our 25th wedding anniversary is in January. And we were supposed to, for our 25th, do a Aulani Disney California or Disneyland California trip.
Yeah, nice.
But with everything that happened.
What happened? What are you talking about? Something happened?
This whole, I don't know. This whole thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to push it. We've pushed it out probably 2 to 3 years where we're probably going to do it. So hopefully in the next, probably about, I would say 3 years, we'll do a trip where we'll either go to Hawaii first and then stop at Disneyland on the way back, or go there first and then Hawaii. But we're going to combine a week trip and
perfect.
Do both.
My 25th wedding anniversary, our 25th wedding anniversary was October 7th of this year. And we had reservations at the Skipper Canteen because we love the Jungle Cruise and we've never done that. Not like it was super fancy, but we were super excited about it. Perfect for us. We didn't go.
My wife's birthday is May the 3rd, and we were supposed to be there on May the 3rd, and we had brunch scheduled at the California Grill for May. So that really,
I feel
that
like
trip, I felt horrible that we couldn't do that trip because I was going to go regardless at that time. And then they just shut it all down.
Yep.
I was going to go.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that. I don't know who I'm mad at, but it's somebody in East Asia who let a bug go or something. I don't know, but I'm annoyed. What's up to you, Movie Maniac Nick? I hope you're having a great night. Jeff, come to Mass. I will take you to our beach better than Venice and Huntington. So I know I was a Catholic when I was a kid. I used to go to Mass all the time. No, I know you're talking about Massachusetts. I will take you to our beach better than Venice and Huntington. So I've been to Venice. It's kind of a pit. Been to Huntington. It's pretty nice. I'm more of a San Diego guy. I will be happy to take you up on that. I cannot believe you think your beaches will be better in San Diego.
Hey, Bob.
What's going on? Are you talking about One Stop Mouse? I'm guessing. What's going on? Everybody saying hi, Bob. Bob. I think we're all caught up. So yeah, so 55 minutes. So actually, that worked out pretty well. I wasn't sure. I was worried that we didn't have enough, but this went really good tonight.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
I mean, I meant the 10 things. I thought it would go faster, and I'm glad this is a good conversation. I think that went well. So guys, Tuesday nights, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, other times, other places, depending on where you live. Every Tuesday, welcome home to DVC shows now with both of us, and we're going to keep going there. We're going to bring on guests now and then. We've talked to a bunch of people about that, but mostly we're just talking about Disney news in the DVC world. We'll talk about where we've stayed and all those kinds of things, upcoming trips, and just have a nice conversation about DVC. What is your favorite thing about being DVC? I mean, it's 10 years. You could be on their commercials. What is your favorite thing about being
DVC? Man, that is a great question. I'm just going to say it. It's the first thing that came to my mind. Staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, walking out onto my balcony in the morning after I wake up and brush my teeth and just sit there and watch the animals roam. To me, there is nothing better than that. It is relaxing. It is comfortable. It is fun. And I just absolutely love it.
Two things to say on that. Number one, when somebody mentions brushing their teeth, I always need to. Always. Number two, that's why we bought. They sold us those little zebras, man. They're on the payroll, I'm telling you. They walked right by right at the perfect time. I haven't even stayed there yet. We just stayed there. We were there for their... Actually, the only time we stepped on the property was the sales pitch. And probably, again, like on this upcoming trip, so we're going for grandma and grandpa. My daughter said, hey, we're going to go. Will you come as grandma and grandpa and babysit? Yeah. So we'll take the kid. You guys go have fun. And just the other day, they're like, no. We want you in the parks every day. Well, we thought you were. So anyway, whatever. If I've got my camera and my grandkid and I'm walking around Animal Kingdom and the Poly and all those places, and the only DVC people can be there, so there's hardly anybody there, I could get some good food and good content. So I think that sounds like for me. I might kind of want to do that more than go to the parks, which feels sacrilegious.
So yeah, I mean, so yeah, so
by the way,
so staying there. But then, I mean, the total overarching thing is it's the fact that I get to go to Disney at least once every year, and take a vacation. And I think I've said this before. I go off the grid and I go on the Disney grid. And when I'm there, I'm in the magic, and I don't want to know what's going on in the world.
Those purple street signs, I guess that's what you call them, street signs. Purple street signs. I'm colorblind, so normally I wouldn't care about such a thing, but that's home. I love it. And I love it when they say welcome home. I remember I've told this story too. We bought DVC on like the last full day of our trip. And so the next day we're just waking up, having a breakfast, hitting the road, right? Well, instead of hitting the road, we went over to the Poly because we'd never even been in there. It was our home. Like, hey, let's walk around. And we told them, and welcome home, and all the lays and all the people. And, it's just their culture and their salesy thing. I'm in love with it. Tell me welcome home all day, every day. I love it. And
I get goosebumps when I walk in and they say welcome home. I get goosebumps.
I do too. If it's a cult, I'm in a lot of trouble. If somebody tells me drink this Kool-Aid, I will. It's Pog Juice. That's the Kool-Aid. Everyone's mentioning your name. Why don't you tell us, why did you name yourself Kidani Sean? I think
Kidani Sean.
It's self-evident, but tell us.
It's a long story.
Maybe I know.
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. You fooled me.
I'm trying to be funny. I'm not as funny as you are.
Whatever.
So, no, when I joined YouTube, year and a half ago, and just started watching stuff, I think I just had my first and last name on there. I was like, whatever. And so then as I got to watching, and again, I found Resort TV one first, and I started watching all the Disney stuff. I'm like, I want a Disney name. So I'm seeing all these cool creative names like One Stop Mouse.
Yeah, I love that
stuff
one.
like that. And I like his name a lot. It's One Stop Mouse.
Arlene,
Really
Adventures
cool.
with VP.
Arlene, right? Yeah. I mean, all these things are cool. I'm like,
really, I'm just reading.
I always think of myself as not very creative in that kind of, coming up with a name or something like that. So it's like, oh, what am I going to do? And I thought, you know what? Kadani's your home resort. Animal Kingdom Kadani Village is your home resort. Call yourself Kadani Sean. So
I love
it. That's how I got it. I just,
no joke, it stood out. Like I remember, like there's some names, 49, 47 KLMNOP. Nobody's gonna know that. Kadani Sean. So Dole Whip Dad. People who are Disney people instantly know I'm a Disney person, but people who aren't Disney people don't have any idea what that means. It's the same with Kadani Sean, is it not?
I would agree with that. If you don't know what Kadani is, you're not going to get the name. But if you know DVC, you know Disney, you know Kadani Village, you know Animal Kingdom Lodge, it's gonna jump right out at you.
Because I went with Dole Dad, I think that's brilliant. I guess I've had people like people from Australia and sometimes from England. I guess they say people who are on welfare or on the dole. I think that's the way they say that in Australia and in England. And so I've had people asking me if it was like a political statement. I'm like, no, I like Dole Whip. You should try it. It's really good.
I remember, I honest the truth, I remember when I first started watching, and at that time, I think you sponsored Resort TV 1. I did. And so at the end of a video, they run through their sponsors and, go check out Dole Whip's dad channel. And that's how I found, your channel. That's how I found everybody.
I should sponsor them before. Obviously it worked. I love that.
So I remember seeing your name going, I bet he likes Dole Whips. I mean, that was the first thing I bet. But who doesn't? I mean, I can't say that.
Yeah, you can. Who doesn't like Dole Whip? They're broken inside.
I mean, I like them. I mean,
one of my daughters likes pineapple, so whatever. But she's adopted, so there's that. You buy DVC, and the phrase "welcome home" never means the same again. I totally true. And Goose, it sounds like that's where I feel like people, like you talk about people making fun of you not having kids around. I feel weird about that. Like I'm so bought in that I get goosebumps when they say welcome home. Like I'm not a big crier, although the older I get, the more I am. I blame those dang kids, by the way. But that gets me, man. It does. And it's where I want to be. And I'm with who I want to be. And I don't know what day it is. My favorite day is a day that I don't know what day it is. And I swear to you that happened. We don't have to go for 19 days for me to forget what day it is. Like, I like that. That's part of the reason why I don't like to have the plan. Oh, on Tuesday, we're going to do this. And on Wednesday, we're going to go to this part. I really want to just turn off my brain. Not that I use it that much when it's on, but when it's off, I like it better. On the Dole, yeah, One Stop Mouse. Multiple times. When I'm in a chat that is not Disney, especially it comes up. Again, I'm not very active normally in those, but if I am, it depends on what they're talking about, sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Stood out to me as well, and I love how he says Jumbo to everyone. Jumbo. Maybe I should tell. Is that welcome? I guess it's welcome. But
Jumbo is welcome, and Asante is goodbye.
Oh, and Armand is.
And Armand is Armando. I don't know.
Armando Asante. Maybe I should tell VP to change his to Riviera Sean. That's pretty good. Yeah, Adventures with VP. I mean, if he wants to be Disney Riviera, I would think first though on that, Arlene. I would think France, but what do I know? You guys are DVC. Never had a Dole Whip. Sarah J. We were getting along so well. Sarah J. Really? I suggest you try it. Do you like pineapple? If not, why? What's wrong with you? Even other timeshare brands try to use the welcome home tag. Do they really? I didn't know that. I think I didn't. I think maybe you told me that. Well, there was a Dole Whip incident, and now I can't eat them. What? I need to hear this story.
I don't want to know.
My goal in life is to have a Dole Whip incident. I don't know what that would be. Is it good? Is it bad? Did you win? I'm thinking of all kinds of inappropriate things, and I'm going to shut my mouth now. I did. I cried the first time they said that to me after we signed the paperwork to buy our membership. I like it. Retire, Jeff. I mean, not yet. I think if I retired today, I would go to Disney lesson. That is not the goal. Then you really want to know what day it is. Ah, nice. I use my Disney schedule to tell me the days of the week. I love pineapple. Seen that one, Sarah. I do too. I love pineapple grilled. That scene in The One Ring, they all go on a big adventure. Land of the Lost. No, Lord of the Rings. All right. Land of the Lost is good too, though. And when he's talking about all potatoes, stew them, throw them in a pot, all that things. That's how I feel about pineapples. Just give me more. Grill them up, make them a dessert, put them on a burger. Just get out of my way. Don't be between me.
Don't put pineapple on pizza, though.
I'm not a big pineapple on. Okay, so I don't put pineapple on pizza. I would never do that on purpose. That said, you hand me a piece of pizza with pineapple on it, I'm going to consume it. I'm going to enjoy it.
I think you're right. I'd probably eat it, but I wouldn't
It's
go out
good.
of my way.
It's good. It's not my favorite way, but I love pineapple. Now, there is a little specialty pizza place. I can't think of the name of it down the road. And they have some. Oh, my mouth just watered. Oh, Sarah J, this is your fault. I want to say thank you. My mouth is watering. They have these I'm doing it again. These candied pineapple things. You could put that on my. I don't care. On my car engine, I don't care. I will eat. I couldn't think of anything not tasty. Unapologetically Gomes, what's going on? Long time no see. Eventually with PP in the house. Also, what's going on?
VP.
Inappropriate is Kelly's middle name. OMG VP. I do like fresh pineapple, even on pizza. I just don't turn it into Dole Whip. I mean, do it. I love it. I love it. And I love all of you. I love the show. Wow, we went over an hour. Look, I didn't think we'd get through that article, and I thought we'd need to stretch. We didn't need to stretch at all. Guys, welcome home. The DVC shows every Tuesday night. It's us, pineapple pizza. Okay, before we close up, why do people care so much about pineapple pizza? Like, what do I not get? Like, it doesn't bug me either way. I don't care. What's the thing? Am I the only one who doesn't have a strong opinion on this?
I don't know.
I have a strong opinion.
I just fruit on pizza. Maybe it is good, but
pineapple's great.
Don't see it. I like pineapple, but I like it on my desserts, not on my.
So like a burger. Have you had a slice of pineapple on a burger? That's good.
No. I have had grilled pineapple though. That is good.
Talking about my mouth is doing it again.
Grilled pineapple is good.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite. Oh, it's like coconut. Do you prefer coconut? Do you like coconut? Then
yes. Do
you like coconut in desserts or in like shrimp? I love coconut shrimp.
I can't eat shrimp. I'm allergic to shellfish.
I'm allergic to guacamole, so I actually have avocado, but it doesn't sound as fun. So we both lose out on that. I don't think I want to live on a planet that anyone is allergic to coconut shrimp because I love me some coconut shrimp. VP says I like pineapple and ham on pizza. My wife likes it like that. Again, sweet.
Have you seen the movie Hitch?
I have
with Will Smith, where his face gets like all distorted when he eats something because he's allergic. With what's that?
Kevin James and Will Smith? Is that the?
Kevin James and Will Smith. Yeah.
I have not.
So he eats something and his whole face swells up. That's me if I eat shellfish.
That sucks. Don't do that then.
Oh no.
Sweet and salty. Unapologetic Gomes. You can have your nicknames for me. I like pineapple. I like pizza, but I'm not sure. It doesn't bug me. I mean, again, I'm never going to order that on purpose, but if that's what people ordered, I'll eat. All right. We have saved the world. And again, Unapologetically Gomes gave me a cute little nickname, Sweet and Salty. I'll take it. I like it. Yes, I love guacamole so much. And I had a lot of guacamole in my younger days. And I puffed up like the freaking Pillsbury Doughboy, and it was avocados, which apparently God was mad at me about something because there's like my top 10 list of things I wouldn't want to be allergic to. I think avocados would be right on that list. But I still got sweetest fish, so there's that. All right, that's it. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle every Tuesday night. Welcome home with Dole Whip. Dad is now welcome home with us two lunatics. What do you want to tell them about on your channel? You got stuff coming up you shared? What do you want to tell the people?
Yeah, I've got the 12 days of Vlogmas coming up. My first video will come out tomorrow night, and then I'll do one roughly every other night through between now and Christmas. And
like the 12 days of Christmas, but that name was taken.
Well, I didn't want to use 12 days of Christmas because 12 days of Christmas actually comes after Christmas. So it's 12 days of Vlogmas because that's coming before Christmas.
So you're one of those rule people I just learned. I know that it's.
I'm very kind of follow the rules.
Oh my gosh! So we have a lot in common. Would you agree?
I agree.
It's not one. Rules are made for other people. I'm like a politician or something, right?
Right. So yeah, so I got the 12 days of Vlogmas. I did just drop a video, I think a couple of days ago. It was the A Galaxy Far, Far Away show from Hollywood Studios.
I need to go check them out. I'm behind on your stuff.
So I dropped that. And so I'll do my Vlogmas, and then obviously I'll be here with you Tuesday nights. And when we get into the new year, we'll see what we have. I'm slowly running out of video to post, so I may have to go live a little bit more. We'll see
or go and do fun things and take video. We could do that.
Well, I'll be at Disney April 28th.
Nice. Unapologetically Gomes. We did too, man. You're Californians, right? If I remember correctly, you guys are out in California. I used to be a Californian. We lived in Fallbrook, which I don't know where you are in California, if I'm even remember that correctly. But Fallbrook was like you couldn't walk down the street without tripping over an avocado. They were everywhere. All the dogs were fat because all ate avocados. I had more than my fair share. So I think God has a list on how many avocados you're allowed to eat. And I got there at the age of like 17, and he said no.
Hey, Gonzo.
Sarah J says, "Oh, geez, going. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I just need some food. About to head to the fridge. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some food. Rules are made to be broken. I really, really, really don't like rules, and I'm always surprised when people think that that's a dumb thing to say. But I hate rules. Good evening to you, Gonzo. What's going on, Fleazy? That's fun to say. I'm gonna say that again, Fleazy, in the house. Emma, I was gonna say I don't think I believe you, and then you just outed yourself. I follow the rules too. Sean and Emma follow rules. I laugh at people who follow rules, but we'll talk about that another time. I'm doing 25 timeshare tips. Nice, Destiny. Are you really? That's cool. I need to go check that out. Almost done with chat. That is Vlogmas. Gonzo, yes, SoCal VPP. Where in SoCal? Gomes. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to say it for the third time. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. Have the best day ever. Thursday night football is no longer this week. They've moved games all around because of that, Chinese soup thing. But I will be watching. Nope, is it Monday or Tuesday? I don't know what I'm talking about. I think my game, yes, my Cowboy Raven game. I'm a Cowboy fan. Pete is I know, right? It's a Ravens fan. Don't tell him I call him that, though. That's rude. Anyway, they play each other on Tuesday. And so I told him I would go live on my show. He's going to do both the Monday games because he's a lunatic. Mickey Bunch in the house. What's going on, Kelly? We were just talking about you. I hate that everybody's popping in right when I'm saying goodbye. Don't take it personally. Last word from Kadani Sean before we say see ya.
Have a good night.
See ya. Good morning, Disney. Tomorrow morning, 9:15 my time, other times, other places.